You know, if your phone's contact list is central to how you work, how you connect with people, you felt the pain, it's not just having a lot of context, it's the hidden chaos inside that list.
Oh, absolutely. We're not talking 50 neat entries. We mean thousands, maybe collected over years. And so many probably have missing company names, typos, old phone numbers. It's a data integrity nightmare.
Exactly, and trying to fix that on your phone, forget it.
Yeah, the standard phone interface just isn't built for that kind of deep cleaning. It's fine for quick calls, finding someone fast, but actual data management, it makes even simple tasks feel like pulling teeth. Click, scroll, edit, save, one by one. Agonizing.
It really is. And look, that exact frustration, that's why we developed Sheetly. So in this deep dive, we want to walk you through how we tackle this massive problem of organizing Google contacts. We basically brought the power tools you need for serious data cleanup think spreadsheets and plugged them right into your contacts.
That's the core idea. When you're managing thousands of contacts, you're not just a casual user anymore. You're practically a database admin. You need efficiency. You need to see everything. You need powerful ways to make changes in bulk. So Sheetly gives you that familiar spreadsheet feel, you know, columns and rows like Excel, but for your Google contacts. Organization without the bottleneck.
Right. So our mission today is to unpack how it all works, the key features that actually save you time, and show you what happens when your data works for you, not against you.
Okay, let's start with the basic setup, the architecture, because this is where the big shift happens. We had to get past just tapping on a small phone screen. We needed a proper environment for managing data. And just to be clear, Sheetly is specifically designed for Google Contacts, and you manage it all through your Android device initially. But the real magic happens elsewhere.
Yeah, that's a key point. The system connects your mobile world to the power of a desktop setup. Can you break that down a bit? What does desktop power actually mean for someone organizing their contacts?
Well, the thing is, for detailed work, for bulk changes, you really need a bigger screen and a keyboard. It's just much, much faster. So the Sheetly interface is actually a sophisticated web portal. You log in on your computer, your PC or laptop, and what you see there is your Google Contacts data pulled from the cloud, laid out in that spreadsheet format, ready to edit.
Got it. So the phone connects you, Google stores the data, and Sheetly is this powerful editing layer you access through your web browser. That makes the setup process really straightforward then. Sounds like just a few steps.
Exactly. 3 simple steps. First, you connect your Google account. That gives Sheetly secure permission to pull in and show you all your contacts.
Okay, step 1, connect. Makes sense.
Step 2 is where you work. Edit, like Excel. You see everything in that spreadsheet grid, columns, rows, customizable, and this is huge. You get instant oversight. You can see all the fields for all contacts at once. Spot inconsistencies across hundreds of entries without endless scrolling.
Finally. Okay, and step 3. You mentioned this is kind of the safety net, the real tech breakthrough.
Yes. Step 3, auto sync changes. This is where it gets really cool. Unlike the old way exporting files, importing files, any change you make in the Sheetly spreadsheet, it syncs back to your Google Contacts instantly, automatically. Real time.
Wow. Okay. No more manual sync.
Right. And getting rid of that sync friction, that's the absolute cornerstone here. Your data stays consistent because there's no delay, no manual file upload, so no risk of having like conflicting versions floating around. It's seamless, it's real time, and it guarantees your data integrity.
Okay. The architecture makes sense. Connect, edit on desktop, syncs automatically. But architecture needs power, right? Especially for huge lists. Which brings us to efficiency. Sheetly wasn't just made to look like a spreadsheet. We built it to handle scale, a lot of scale. The challenge was, how do you let someone clean up 5,000, 10,000, even 20,000 contacts without the whole thing just grinding to a halt?
Yeah, that scalability is crucial. The whole system is optimized for these massive lists. And that focus on performance directly translates into huge time savings for you, especially if you're tackling years of messy accumulated contact data.
So let's dive into some of those power features. Bulk management seems like the obvious first win. We're talking about applying changes to tons of contacts all at once, like say 50 people on your list move to a new company.
Right. Doing that one by one on a phone could take ages.
Minutes, easily, in Sheetly. Seconds. Select, type, done.
And making that even faster is the robust filtering. You can instantly narrow down your list to just the contacts you need to work on. Maybe you want to find everyone missing a street address but who has a mobile number. Filter.
Or find every contact still listed under an old company name.
Exactly. Filter. That kind of specific control. Impossible on a phone screen. It lets you target your cleanup efforts Precisely.
Okay, here's something for those dealing with really messy data, maybe from imports or old backups. Bulk, find, and replace.
Ah, yes. This is a big one because contact data comes from everywhere, right? LinkedIn exports, old phone backups, maybe a CRM, and the formatting is often, well, all over the place. Inconsistent.
So find and replace lets you standardize things.
Precisely. Think about titles like Mr. versus Mr. or state names California versus CA. With bulk find and replace, you can instantly change every instance of California to CA across your entire list. Thousands of contacts updated correctly in one go. It cleans things up in a way that makes the data truly usable, maybe for mail merges or other systems.
That's powerful. And for even trickier situations where the data itself is just wrong, maybe in the wrong fields, we built in tools like merge and split cells.
Right, these are more advanced for really deep cleaning.
Can you give an example? When would you need to split or merge cell data for contacts?
Well, think about simple data entry errors. Someone types a whole address into the notes field by accident. Or maybe a first and last name get crammed into just the first name field. Happens all the time. Using the split function, you can take that messed up entry, easily separate the parts, like first name, last name, and put them into the correct columns. On your desktop, just a few clicks. And merge. Great for fixing duplicates or maybe combining different notes fields into one. It turns hours of painstaking manual correction into a quick, targeted task.
It really lets you treat your contact list like a proper database, doesn't it? Customizable, manageable, not just a simple phone book.
Exactly.
And that combination, the powerful desktop editing tools, plus the instant automatic mobile sync, that's the core breakthrough we engineered.
And if you look at what users are saying, the feedback really shows where the old ways were failing them. It wasn't just about speed. It was about enabling things that were basically impossible before.
Yeah, one thing we hear constantly is about bulk editing all the fields, not just name and email.
Many tools limit what you can change in bulk.
But with Sheetly, you can bulk edit everything. Custom fields, notes, job titles, addresses. If it's a field in Google Contacts, you can bulk edit it.
And it's the little details, too. Users often mention that profile photos are kept safe during editing.
That sounds small, but it's actually a big deal, right?
It is. With some systems, you edit the contact info and poof, the picture disappears. You lose that visual connection. Sheetly makes sure everything stays intact, including the photos.
And for anyone working with spreadsheets already, maybe exporting lists from other places, the ability to just copy and paste data between Sheetly and, say, Excel, that gets mentioned a lot.
Oh, people love that. They call it revolutionary because it breaks down the silos. Think about it. You get a clean list of 50 new leads in an Excel file from marketing. Getting that into Google Contacts used to be this whole song and dance.
Exporting CSVs, mapping fields, praying the import doesn't break everything.
Exactly. Risk involved, time consuming. Now, you can literally just copy from Excel and paste directly into the Sheetly grid. Or copy from Sheetly to Excel. Seamless.
We had users tell us they've been looking forever for something that combined that easy inline editing with powerful bulk changes. It completely killed that awful old workflow they hated, which was...
You know the one? Download contacts to Excel. Spend hours cleaning it up locally. Then try to upload it back, hoping nothing breaks.
Ugh, yeah. No more of that. That whole frustrating cycle is just gone.
And that simplification, that power, is why people say it's the best found so far. It just works.
It perfectly bridges that gap between meeting desktop-level data management and having your contacts instantly usable on your phone. It makes managing thousands of contacts feel achievable, efficient. You can trust your data again.
So, just to recap the big benefits for everyone listening, Sheetly delivers streamlined contact organization. You get that powerful, familiar spreadsheet interface for all your Google contacts.
And crucially, it's all backed by automatic real-time syncing. Any change you make is instantly reflected everywhere. Manual updates are history.
We really encourage you to see how this spreadsheet approach can change how you manage your contacts.
Yeah, you can get a feel for the power yourself. We offer a 7-day free trial, cancelable anytime. See the effortless organization firsthand. Or if you want a guided tour, you can schedule a demo with us and we'll walk you through it.
Definitely worth checking out.
And as we wrap up this deep dive, here's something to think about, sort of a final thought on the bigger picture.
Okay, so think about this.
Yeah.
If your contact data really is the foundation for so much of your professional and personal life, what happens when you reach that point where you know those thousands of contacts are perfectly organized, effortlessly maintained, always accurate and ready to use? What other efficiencies, what broader advantages does that unlock for you? When you have that level of trust and control over your core contact information, that's where things get really interesting.